doing? I'm here in Tony's room. Pablo's exploring because he's never allowed in here. Anyway, I figured I would take this opportunity to show you guys a couple of paintings. Kind of starting out with a heavy hitter. This is one of my personal favorites of my entire 10-year artist endeavor. It looks pretty good with the light. I don't know. Yeah, actually, let me bring you guys over here. Then I can just flip it around. I can actually see with better lighting. Oh, it won't let me flip. There it is. There we go. What do you see? Somebody explain this to me. Here's one I did for Tony. I did a lot of live streaming on this one, if you guys remember. Some of you were watching probably. I have another for Tony here. This is Tony's room after all. And I have a few Jasmine prints. Well, this is a signed print. To moi. From Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And I have these other two. This is like my actual personal art collection. Obviously not stuff that I did, but the thing that's cool about these, I won these in a charity auction a couple of years back, but they're number one, they're older, 13, and they're hand embellished. Check it out. How cool is that? She's like doing really, really good these days for Disney and stuff. Her art has really taken off since these days. So these are probably worth a bit more than I was able to pick them up for with my bid in the auction at this point. So I've had these two for a while, and then I heard one night that that she was doing signings in Disney Springs. So I shot out to Disney Springs and went to the little pop art store or whatever that's around the corner, and picked up this print, and I took it down to the other side of Disney Springs where she was signing and had her sign it. I got a picture with her and stuff. Pretty cool. Amazing artist. Just ridiculously good. Anyway, let me show you some more here. What else can I show you? Quite a few in here. There's about 500 paintings in this room, give or take. Give or take a few. Here's a Bad Moon Horizon and a Pablo, a Sniffin'. It's hard to get the light to hit it right, but this one I believe is 15 by 30. I got quite stuck on 30 inches for a while and kept doing a bunch of 30s. 30s in my 30s, I used to call it. Oh, this one is another one that was from a few years back, and I did this entire one on a live stream. It's in my videos somewhere. From start to finish. It was a 4-hour live stream. But yeah, there's a lot of metallic stuff going on this one. That kind of shifts with the vantage point. What are you doing, Nosy? Here's a candle burning in the dark. See, check this out. All these paintings right here are 4 feet tall. And you can see there's quite a few. There's like 20 paintings right there, 4 feet tall, 2 feet wide. And then back over this way, it's 4 feet tall, 3 feet wide. There's a bunch of them. A whole bunch of 4-foot paintings right there in the middle. This guy's nosy. He's nosing all around. Okay, here, I'm gonna put this on here. Oh, it doesn't want to stay that way. Technical difficulties. Hang on a second. There we go. Here's another personal favorite of mine. I really love the way this painting came out. This one actually, I think, was one of the first ones where I kind of started doing that whole stripe thing in the background, and it kind of evolved and turned into something else with a few other paintings that I did. Here's one. I think this is another 15 by 30, but this is a good one to share on National Women's Day or any other similar type day, but this is kind of my ode to womanhood. There's like an abundance of female forms in this. How many can you count? Alright, so look, there's an angel, there's a child with pigtails, like going up the stairs this way, a woman dancing, so there's 3. Here's, say, Sandra Bullock accepting an award or something like that, there's 4. Here's 5, lady shopping at the mall, coming down the escalator. Here's 6, just kind of a artistic hourglass representation. Number 7, a dancing figure here. Arms, torso, legs. Number 8, back all the way out, you have a whole figure on its own. So yeah, there's as much womanhood as I could cram onto 15 by 30 inches of canvas. I don't often do figures, so when I was inspired with this piece, I ran with it, which is my tendency. Here we go, a landscape, something I don't do very often these days, but I have done a lot of. Here's a little abstract. Geometric Precision is the album that I've got all of these paintings in. These are interesting. Mark Fun Jones, I saw him on here. I don't know if he's still watching, but he's got a really big one of these. And these are serendipity. These, I use toothpicks to do the solvents pieces that I do. And every time I use the toothpick, I rub it off onto one of these somewhere in particular. And after a while, they take on their own life. It takes a long time to make these, but after a certain point, I'm like, okay, this one's done. It's time to start with a clean one and move on. I haven't done those in a while. Oh, check out this little octopus. I believe this is one from my tattoo artist friend, Jake Wolf. Little squid. Pretty spooky. This is tiny too. This is only like a 4x4. I got a bunch of little random stuff up here. Most of it's no good. I really like the geometric precision stuff like that. I got kind of stuck on that for a while and started trying to get as tight as I could with the lines and using tape and different stuff like that. Let's see, here's a good one. This one actually is turned into a monumental piece now because Tony has had fabric done with this design more than once, and she's made a dress, she's made a headband, out of the fabric. This is another one that's got some metallic stuff going on. But yeah, this one is now sort of legendary. It's been evolved into another art form. Here's another one for Tony. This one's 14 by 14, I think. Geometric Precision album. The same with this one. This one is actually a lot of paint marker and Sharpie. So I can see up here, all those are 30s. Like I was saying, I got stuck on the 30s for a while. Oh, here's let me get this out of here. This is one of the best, if not the best, representation of the Geometric Precision series that I do. So typically when I paint very loosely and very fast, and it's cathartic and it's cleansing and everything. And then every once in a while I get really absorbed into it and want to be up close and slow and deliberate as possible and keep everything clean. It's kind of the polar opposite of what I typically do. This is a much looser kind of geometric precision. It's the same principles, basically. Do a few lines and then try to paint them as clean and tight as possible. But this one was done initially with fast pencil strokes to capture the lines, and then slowly just filling it all in. This one I believe I titled Where There's Smoke. You can see two rings of smoke waving through the picture. There's fire. What do you guys think? Cool? Drool? Stop painting and keep delivering parcels? There's so many more in here. It's like tricky to get to a lot of them because there's so many. Okay, I got a couple of good, I got a couple of good 16 by 20 inch landscapes here. One daytime in the woods, one nighttime at the ocean. This is actually, I believe, my second or third attempt at oil painting. This is total Bob Ross, Happy Little Trees. Got the duck hunt ducks in here. Going to town. And then this is acrylic, which is what I usually use. Look at all these paintings. There's just rows and rows of them over here. All right, people are dropping off, so I'm gonna keep this brief. I'm gonna go eat some dinner, but I want to show you one more before I go. And you can't see it first, so I'm gonna sit you down for a second and set it up. Give me 1 minute. This I consider to truly be my masterpiece. I think this is the best single piece of art that I've ever created. It's 5 feet tall, 4 feet wide, acrylic on canvas. And Pablo likes it. He smells that fish. You're too fat to fit in there. I had a lot of fun painting this painting. It took me several years, not like sequentially, but I would always have it in the corner of the studio and I would work on it here and there. And then eventually I got kind of absorbed with it and pushed on and finished it all. This is a totally different painting in the black light. It's like a whole other world. This would be my signature series, which I do a lot of different things in a single piece, which is these little C-shaped things I usually do. I usually do a circle. I usually do the primary colors at some point, which in this painting I picked 3 little dots here to be the primaries. I got red, yellow, blue, and these are actually fluorescent paint too, so they're black light reactive, part of the alternate scape that exists in this painting. And then this guy, I just had a big orange stripe up here for 3 or 4 years, I think. And one night I looked over and saw this guy and forced him out of it. There's like a lot of extra orange over here that I painted over to make this what I envisioned. This happy little guy jumping up, the early bird trying to catch the early word from the UPS truck over here, shooting in the next day air envelope. It just goes on and on, Pablo. Here's another thing that's on all of my signature paintings, which is one of the last icons that Salvador Dali took to putting in his paintings right before he passed. It's in his last several paintings. What are you doing? You're so nosy. Anyway, I'm gonna go check out these guys from Mark Fun Jones. Awesome. There's another little landscape I did. Mountainous regions, nether regions, if you will. Here's a giant flower. Anyway, I hope you guys are safe. I hope you're being smart. I have to go out and work in this, so tell everyone you know and love to stay home if they unless they absolutely have to leave for something for a while, until we can get a grip on this thing, you know? I'll probably do this again, maybe a little bit of live painting coming up too, possibly this weekend. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. I love you guys. Me and Pablo are gonna get out of here, especially Pablo. Did you see where Pablo went? Alright, anyway, I linked to my art page on Facebook here with the title or whatever, so shoot over there and you can see each and every one of these on that page. Thanks for watching, gang. Be good. Be kind. Love each other. I love you.